Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a message for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. Come on in, say hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Come on in. Come on in. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, Rashida. Hello. Sparkle. Hello. All right, we got Pisces who scheduled this. Why are we here? Mind you, the message was already supposed to it was scheduled at one time. I don't know how this got scheduled, just so you know. It just showed up on my feed at one point in time. And so we honored it. It was for, All Hallows Eve. We're still in the midst of it. So, anyway, long story short, here we are. And it is definitely reset, 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 reset. I literally woke up, hopped in the shower, put everything back on, and came right back. Everything starting all over. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. Brendan, hi. Everybody come in, get you some new friends, say hello. All right, so let's go ahead and do this and get us covered. O cosmic creator, source of all life and light, you're my shepherd, guide, guiding me through every valley, every shadow. I lack nothing, for you lead me beside the still waters and restore my soul. In your presence I find peace and strength, for you're with me always. Your rod and staff comfort me, and your love prepares a path before me, even in the face of adversity. Grant me the serenity to embrace what I cannot change, the courage to change what is within my power, and the wisdom to discern the difference as I walk each day in faith. In the presence of your infinite grace, I am unafraid, for your kingdom flows through me as it does all creation. With deep gratitude, I give thanks for the miracles already set in motion in my life. Shift what must be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and illuminate my path with your divine light. Align my heart, my actions, and my soul with your will, for I know you have already provided the strength, guidance, and blessings that I need. I release all fear, and I surrender fully to your higher wisdom. May your goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life as I dwell in your sacred presence, now and forever. Amen. Everybody, thank you for being here. Come on in. Come on in. It is late night. 2:52 to be exact. Hello, everyone. Come on in and say hello. Get you some new friends. All right. So, message on the table we got. All right. Everything is being started over, brand new. So, just like I just said, another reset taking place. Um, Starting over. Do it again. So we back like we never left. Back like cook crack. Anybody that's been on my Twitch, y'all know where I was, because Twitch was up and streaming, and I was asleep. All right, or going to sleep. So y'all do know delayed is not denied. All right, delayed is not denied. Take it how it resonates. All right, we're gonna go over here because we loaded everything up brand new. Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for being here. Come on in, say hello. All right, so tell me where y'all up from. Like what state, what location are y'all up from? Because right now it is 2:53 here. Um that is what I'm 3 hours different from California, 2 hours different from Louisiana. So everybody, it could be around 12 o'clock wherever you are, okay? So although same day, same time, same day, same time, different, no, same day, different time. Um, but anyway, everybody's still here. Come on in, hit that like button. Don't forget to tap that screen for me, please, and thank you. So we got, do you believe the universe schedules lessons, encounters, and opportunities to align your soul path? I'm going to say yes, I do. Okay. I said, yes, I do believe that the universe does that. All right, so let's see what. Y'all should have some poll questions to go along with that. We just waiting for everybody, some people to get up, know that I'm here, and come on in. So, we're going to do what we need to do here shortly, going into the message, but let's let a couple people come in because everybody done whatever it was they was doing. Out trick-or-treating, partying, doing whatever the hell they was doing. And so, we got scheduled for a later date and time or a later time. All right. Either way, we here and we get ready to do what we needs to do. So y'all come on in, say hello, hit that like button, please and thank you. Go ahead and tap them hearts, please and thank you. If you here, you awake, welcome. Thank you for being here. You were destined to be here at this appointed time, appointed location. So go ahead and tap that screen, please and thank you. We should be tap, 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 tap. And come on in and get you this good ass message that I'm about to deliver to you, okay? Several things on the agenda. If you didn't hear me from the beginning, it has been another reset, okay? So, you know how they tell me all the time, don't let the reset affect you? We didn't let the reset affect us. Did y'all get y'all candle? Did you light your candle? Did y'all do y'all protection? Because y'all have to be mindful that it's a lot of people out here, doing what have you, um, whatever they wish to be doing. So the funny part is that before I laid down and went to sleep, um, I pushed the scheduled message um, to I can't remember 2:15 I think or 2:30 somewhere around there. But I took it off the board by making it. It wasn't private. It was you only can see it if you have the link to it. So something is given. Um, you have to have like private. Okay, so something is given very much private. You have to have, the special knock or the special code or the special ingredients, okay? So take it how it resonates. These are like things when, y'all talk about your ancestors and things that were passed down, stuff that works. So one thing that was being talked about was medicines, herbal medicines. Like, you know how they took and wanted all the seeds and everything else and corrupting the flowers and everything else because for some reason they wanted to be in control of the medicine, but they're giving us stuff that don't make sense to anybody. It will help this, but it will cause that. So cause and effect, all right? But something about being connected to a group, okay? So take it how it resonates, go with that. So something about divine intelligence. Everything appears in your path is perfectly timed for your soul's evolution. So whereas certain people knew because they already were scheduled to be here, and prayerfully that means that they're actually still on the schedule when they get the alert and everything else, but they already knew that it existed, but somehow timing got pushed back. But somehow something got added anyway that, where did that come from? Because that was the message. So um even opportunities. So, whether it seemed like blessings or challenges, they're energetic invitations. They help you realign with your higher timeline. All right, so y'all been seeing, we've been watching. The signs, the synchronicities, everything have been coming through so powerful. The numbers have been aligning, the people, the places, the things that you have been running into. It almost seems like, like, how is this happening? Alignment. All right, day, time, everything being specific to, guide you along your path. Whatever it is you've been asking for, or whatever it is you're about to do for the next phase. All right, so I wanted the poll question. It's a, okay, I wanted a poll, yeah. So to match that, anybody that is new here also, I like technology. So whereas everybody else, might want to do whatever it is they're doing, the mechanical version or whatever it is, I like AI. I like technology because I know that they're tools to, be able to use. They do things a whole lot faster than, you know we would potentially do it. But you still have to think for yourself, and you still have to know when it's blowing smoke up your ass, okay? Because the thing be lying, and it's crazy because it's supposed to be a genius, but meanwhile, it lies. So do you believe that the universe intentionally aligns lessons, encounters, and opportunities to guide your soul's path? All right, so we're gonna put this here, and y'all can go ahead and do that. But the funny part about this is, I love how it incorporates old and new. So when I scheduled all of these things and I put the stuff in there, it came like the cute emojis and things of that nature, right? But mind you, it's also given the autistic parents, because I know my YouTube is full of that. The parents that have children that are autistic, or somebody that's close to them that they're taking care of, right? And a lot of them are very smart, like very very smart, higher than what people try to give them credit for. And so and they may just be very much efficient, because I for some reason it's giving Rain Man vibes, okay? But not for nothing, some of them are not schooling and learning to read and things of that nature, right? And would you want to leave them in a world with, now, would you want to leave them? Could you leave your child in this world right now, the way that it is, and know that your child is going to be okay and be safe and well taken care of, and that people are going to treat your child well if you're not around to do it? Okay, you already know the answer, right? Because right now we got a lot of stuff that's happening in the world that's not adding up, not making sense. People doing stuff, to innocent and this, that, and the third, and actually thinking that it's okay. So there's a call to action that's happening right now, apparently. Um, I don't know who the leader of the group is. I was talking to somebody the other day about the same exact thing, and even she agreed, because she's an autism mom. She agreed the same exact thing, that she wouldn't want to leave her children um, here in this world, right, by themselves. So making sure that systems and things get put into place. But right time, right place. Who scheduled this suggests it just popped up out of nowhere, like it was a random. But nothing is random, as we know. Nothing is a coincidence. Um, Everything happens the way that it's supposed to happen, because divine timing. And when you know that, a lot of us, we go with the flow even when interruptions and things of that nature come. Because again, the schedule was earlier, but now we're here. And mind you, the other part was, I knew that when the alarms and everything and the bells and whistles, everything went off, this was the right time. But yesterday when I woke up, remember, I told y'all my phone told me I was in the wrong place. My phone told me that it started throwing alerts, like y'all know on iPhone where it says "Find my phone." Hey, Kara, thank you for being here. Kara, just know that I got you too. Everybody, just know that I do follow back. Kara, I got you. Thank you very much. Kara is running the chat over there on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate you. Please and thank you. Let the people know I got them when they come in. Um, and thank you. And I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I probably didn't. Charge it to my head, not my heart, because, sometimes, y'all, I be reading shit like mind you, not dyslexic or anything, just so y'all know. In school, got the best grades, this, that, and the third. Very, efficient. But something is happening to where either it looks like somebody, because I know that I have some people that are a person that is dyslexic that watches my channel. I know that. I also have somebody that is uh, stutters, speech impediment, because I don't have a speech impediment. I speak too fast to have a speech impediment, just so y'all know. So when it happens, it's very, very clear to me that something is happening in the midst. Also, y'all, I don't know if somebody watches me that has like Alzheimer's or something, or it's like or it could just be foggy brain. I don't know. Either way, the last past week has been a little seeming like a little distortion in the energy, but it could just be the distortion in the energy. But it's giving me, you know, those types of vibes because that's the way it feels. But also I gave y'all the message that because it just reminded me about having a concussion. And I didn't had a concussion before, accident vibes, this and the third. Y'all, please tap that screen, please, and thank you. Run me up. We are at 689. Go ahead and get your daily heart, please, and thank you. Come on in, tap, tap, tap. All right, so who scheduled this? And here's y'all poll question. So I got that posted in. Everybody come on in, say hello. I feel like we're still waiting for the gist of, the group and things of that nature because, all right, what happened? This could have happened. All right. Your question is too long. Do you believe the universe intentionally aligns lessons, encounters, and opportunities to guide your soul path? I'm gonna just say, do you believe that the universe intentionally aligns lessons? All right, so we're gonna leave it at that because they said it's too long, and we're gonna come over here, and then we're gonna hit that, and there y'all go. It got yes, no, sometimes, and yes, no, sometimes, and maybe not sure. There's your poll question. Why those got taken out of the system, I don't know. But it happened on each one of the messages. Okay, everyone, we're just waiting for some people to come in and show up. We only been here for what, a couple minutes. So let's go ahead and put this here and go ahead and start what we doing. All right. Something about the date was important. The date was important, but also come on in, and say hello, and tap 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 that screen. Something about the date being important, but the day was right, but the time was off. All right, or vice versa. Whatever that smell is, I don't like it. It says the date was corrected. So I'm gonna look it up because I like to know what words mean. Because although we hear them and we know what they mean, we don't know what they mean, y'all. No, the date was correct. The date was correct, but the time was off. Okay, got that. Okay, so what did I say? What does, okay, so I still want to know what corrected means because it got put there. Um, Also, I heard, and y'all don't be mad at me. Cornelius, thank you for being here. Hey, Cornelius, what you doing up? Um, what does corrected mean? All right, so while I was taking a shower, when I got up, I got in the shower. While I was taking my shower, I heard the witches are in trouble. Take it how it resonates. Because I don't know if they mean a specific group of witches or if they mean all the witches. Okay? So take it how it resonates. But that's what I heard. Um, mm. Sorry, y'all. That was nasty. Tell y'all something in a minute. All right, so when the time feels off but the date was right, it means something energetically corrected behind the scenes. Here's what it usually means spiritually. Energetic correction. The vibration of the situation needed to match your current frequency, or maybe you raised your energy, healed something, or shifted directions. And the universe had to recoordinate everything and everyone involved. Divine sequencing. The event didn't change, only the order of how it unfolded. The delay created space for clarity, truth, or protection. What was meant for you didn't disappear, it simply realigned to your higher version of you. They're not wrong, because literally, what also happened was the reset, everything had to go along. Cornelius, tap that screen for me, please, and thank you. I know you're not over there for that, but please and thank you, because, you know, we got to make sure that everybody knows that we here. I definitely love and appreciate you. Thank you. You know I got you, okay? Um, Protection. So, like, everything was still going the exact same way. So, reset, but it was still the same. Cleanse, make sure everything's clean. Prayer, make sure everything's clean. Salt, make sure everything's clean. Everything had to be redone all over again. Candle lit, it was yellow. Also, let me see what that was too, because we talked about it, and yellow was the number 3. So take it how it resonates, because that was the 31st, which is 4 though, but you know, take it how it resonates. Moving on. It might have been 34. Somebody may be 34 years old, could be 43. 4, 5, 6, 7 is 7. Group 7. God's perfect number also is 7. 7 days of the week. I forgot, it's more 7, so we'll see in a minute. But protection was definitely in order. So y'all remember, and y'all know that people use specific times and dates to do, you know, whatever it is they want to do ritually, right? And so maybe somebody was thinking that today, because it said something about chaos and things of that nature unfolding, right? All Hallows Eve chaos. Mind you, when I started the channel, thank you, Cornelius. When I started the screens and everything running, I saw a bunch of havoc to where it looked like somebody was taking like U-Haul trucks and shit like that and going around the cities and doing stuff. So I don't know what that was, because I got out of it, but you know, we're gonna break it down for what it's being broken down to. So let's go back over here. Divine sequencing, you didn't change, the event didn't change, only the order of how it unfolded. So then it was the outcome. The correction ensures that when the moment finally happens, which we're here right now, this is the moment, right? When a moment finally happens, it's smoother, stronger, and more beneficial for your soul's evolution. Why? Because it was already planned. Somebody already knew. So maybe somebody had it set up to, you know, come in and do whatever, because the message was set for 10:15. So we should have been, you know, sitting here at 10:15. But by 9 something, I had already made the decision, and the universe already made the decision. It's not going, you know, that way. We're going to do this because, again, for some reason, the difference in time for different locations was important. And I didn't care anyway, because I was going to be it. So, again, I set up Twitch and I took it on down. So, smoother, stronger, more beneficial for your soul's evolution. In short, the universe didn't say no. It said, wait, let me perfect this first. So a lot of the opportunities that y'all know y'all supposed to have this, or why this is happening, the universe is perfecting this situation, person, place, or thing for you. So then the witch is being in trouble. I heard that while I was in the shower. All right, it's something else I need to look up too because it was something else that went along with that when I was in there. Um, let's see. If you heard that the witches are in trouble, messages like that can symbolically arrive a few possible interpretations. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so they said a collective energy shift. The witches might represent intuitive or spiritually awakened people who are feeling pressure from heavy energy, misinformation, or fear. A lot of misinformation running around, definitely. P, hi, welcome. Thank you. Come on in, get your daily heart. Please hit that screen. Thank you. I'll follow back. So, please do with that information what you will. Um, Misinformation or fear. All right, so an inner message, it could be your higher self alerting you that parts of your own magic or intuition need protection, rest, or grounding. I can agree, because it was a lot of energy. Because I'm out of nowhere, like I'm looking at the time and I'm like, why does it seem a lot later than we had y'all? Okay, so we got activity. Um, Lights flickering and shit, all weird. Mind you, it didn't stop. As soon as I said y'all, and technically I was getting ready to turn y'all because y'all the only people that I can really turn towards it because y'all the only people that's free flowing. So we got energy. Take it how it resonates. Anyway, energetic turbulence. Around high energy days such as All Hallows Eve, the collective field can feel unstable. Is everybody was going really fast. Everybody was going fast. The energy was like had you in a hold, and it just seemed to be too much. I wasn't opening my door, but two sets of people came, right? One was actually strange because they should have already known. Like, you know what I mean? And so it kind of threw me. Anyway, long story short, I wasn't trusting it because it was strange. People know when, certain days, certain things. It's like what is it, 4th of July, like, you know what I mean. I don't tend to want to frequent anywhere during 4th of July because of the fact that it's a lot of gunshots, a lot of, and it sound like firecrackers, right? And people will say, oh, you can make the distinguishment between firecrackers. Nah, no you can't, especially not the firecrackers and shit that we be dealing with and shit like that. Nah, these shit sound like cannons and things of that nature. So take it how it resonates. Either way, it gets put under the guise of something else. So ain't nobody gonna be alarmed if da 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 happens on 4th of July because we already hear a lot of that anyway. So by the time somebody realize somebody got pop pop pop, um, it's too late because everybody already thought it was firecrackers. Meanwhile, the next door neighbor house and just got lit up. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that be happening. Either way, spiritually, I went opening my door. I went and did what I needed to do. Doors closed. Ain't no energy coming in nor out. I went to be in. So there was that. Anyway, sensitive souls may perceive that as trouble until the energy settles. But I heard the witches are in trouble. Period. Um, for some reason, it gave me over in some areas like New Orleans type thing. So I don't know if that's like a group of, I don't know, because anyway, attached to that, it gave me the vibe like, y'all ever watch what was it? It was the vampire show that went off. True Blood or something like that. It gave me the vibe of like that, like somebody talking, but whatever it was they did or whatever it was they doing. But the thing that it was linked to was somebody got pulled into a situation. Okay, say you have a higher level energy, right? And that energy knows, full on well that they're in the middle of chaos and corruption. And then they pull an innocent person that was never supposed to be involved in the situation. They don't know nothing about nothing that's happening. And this person then now brought somebody new into the fold, and now this person is dealing with spiritual repercussions or something of that nature behind what they did. So that's the vibe that is given, because that's what I heard after that. So take it how it resonates, but it could be everybody or just that particular person. It could be a distress call, or it could be a warning. You know what I mean? Like, they could be saying that they're in trouble. So they could be sending out the beacon that is letting everybody know, like, I need help because da 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 da. Or take it how it resonates. They're saying you need to center yourself. So there's that. Only messages of love, truth, and divine protection are come from me or surround me. All right, take it how it resonates. Now let's go over here, because I need to know who scheduled this, because I didn't. Just so y'all know, it's probably what they gonna say, divine timing. I get it, but I feel like it's something else also in the mix, like uh bibbity bobbity boo. Like, this was the time that I was going to do this, that, or the third to a person. This was the time that it was going to be able to go undetected. This was the time that I was going to have the opportunity to be able to. It's like somebody seeing a window and taking it. Okay, so take it how it resonates. This was the window. All right, so at this moment it's 3:19. I'm gonna take the number, okay? So we're gonna go with this, and then I'm gonna put in here 319 angel number, because that's what's doing this. Um, all right, so they said your soul did. Your higher self scheduled this for you to be here. Okay. Um, the number is 319. 319. Y'all, I do not be having none of these problems until I come sit here. Like, literally. I think it must be talking or something. Like, moving shit around. But literally, like I said, because I done been on Twitch, sleep, and everything else. They can hear it. So, none of all the snot and the blowing of the nose. Not until the morning. I might be doing it then, but anyway, so 319, creative expression, communication, and divine support from the ascended masters. You're being encouraged to use your voice and gifts to inspire and uplift others. Definitely. One, new beginnings in leadership. You're manifesting thought from thought to form. Your intentions are shaping reality faster than you realize. Stay aligned with positivity and faith, but y'all already know that, because we already been discussing how everything's moving pretty freaking quickly, right? All right, so then we got 9, which is completion and wisdom. Humanitarian energy. I love that, because that's one of the things that being a good person should not be hard. Courageous butter. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Y'all, oh, gorgeous butter. Sorry. Come on in, say hello, get you some new friends. Everyone, it is 3:21, so we all up late night on late night shift, apparently. Um, Anyway, new beginnings and leadership. You're manifesting from thought to form. Your intentions are shaping reality faster than you realize. Stay aligned with positivity and faith. Remember, we talked about that, because we're talking about reorder from the system. A lot of y'all are manifesting da 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 this, reset happening, shit. A lot of shit swirling around, trying to fuck up people's manifestations, thought process, whatever it is, energetic field, aura, just a lot of scrambling, taking place in a universe from the chaos. Those that want to be able to, rule with power with a strong arm fist, and those of us that are spiritually inclined that are saying we're gonna raise the vibration because we need to kick you the fuck out of this piece because you don't belong here. You're not for the group, the all. You're for yourself. You're for whatever it is your agenda is, which is not for humankind or mankind. Because literally, we was discussing today how a lot of the things that they done seems like to me and a lot of other people that they should go on the list of crimes against humanity, because if y'all just put into the system a destruction of several generations, at least 2 generations from what I've seen, that they have now corrupted, because again we were talking about the autism moms and things of that nature. um yeah, they definitely should be put on the list of crimes of humanity. And that was everybody, because everybody was involved. Everybody that sits in the seat that was involved, nobody said anything, nobody tried to do anything, nobody warned the people. We just woke up and, here we are. Y'all been backdooring the systems and everything else this whole entire time to line your pockets, and not giving a fuck about the people who actually are a part of the world as well. That's not allowed. So in their eyes, they can do what the fuck they want, but how do you think that when so many more people are involved in, the systems of the world? It don't make sense to me, and it's very selfish. So they don't give a fuck. Anyway, number 9, completion, wisdom, and humanitarian energy. You're closing one chapter so a higher calling can unfold. Release the old version of yourself with gratitude. A lot of us have changed. A lot of us are changing. A lot of us are growing and ascending in, ways that we didn't even, expect or even think. Because who would have guessed from the time that I was, that age, that I would grow up to, be such an amazing, awesome adult? Thank you. Anyway, 319 together means a cycle is ending, and your creativity is the bridge to the next level. Trust that divine timing is at play. Your purpose is activating, and your light work is needed right now. We keep having that conversation because I keep saying that you guys, a lot of y'all being here at this moment in time, a lot of people waking up at this moment in time. Why? Nothing is, a coincidence. Everything is very much intentional, divine timing. Everything is important to the system. Every person. I hear some people saying it's like, oh, my vote don't count. Everything counts. Everything counts. If you give it back, that's on you. The universe don't take nothing from you. So a lot of the decisions that we make, have to do with, the type of cards that we're been given. We've been dealt. So we go with the flow with the things that we have been given, but also it is how certain things get inserted. Somebody else comes along and thinks that they should cross your path in a certain type of way, and whatever happens, whatever, if you go around the mother sucker or if you go through the mother sucker, is up to you. Our choices. Sometimes we think that, this is the one and only choice. Well, we did have another one. So it's like, even for the time and now, a lot of people bitching and crying and complaining, right? And even if, the man is, done said many multiple times that, they stole it, right? Even if that is the case, and he said it out of his own mouth, so it's not nothing that I'm saying, against nobody or anything else. He said it. He said they stole it. It's a lot of people mad and complaining, but y'all didn't vote no way. You didn't vote no way. So who would have known, or who can say that maybe if you took your ass and had voted, it wouldn't have been a way for them to steal it? Because what if the way that they stole it was all of everybody that didn't go vote because your voice didn't count? What if your votes were the ones that they used to slide that shit through? Because we don't know what they did, but cause and effect is a real thing. And even if we never know what caused it, we do know how it's being affected. But be mindful, because even earlier, remember I said, actions speak louder than words. And so although it feels like to me that a person don't like me because you're trying to, put people back into old ways, old days, 1302, we ain't got time for that, because the world is movement ahead, not to be set back. That's weird and random, but To me, everything that's being said suggests that that person don't like me or my kind, right? But everything that's being done seems to kind of help me. So it's confusing to me a little bit, because when you are taking away systems that have been uh holding everybody pigeonholed, that would seem to me like you're trying to help. So it's kind of random how things are playing out. And if a lot of people, just sit back and look at, some of the things, telling the truth is what people should do. Whether or not we like the truth is a whole nother ball game. So you can't ask for the truth and then be mad at the answer. How are you going to ask for the truth and then be mad at the answer? So we all have to understand and get in alignment with what we're really asking for. Remember when I kept telling y'all on the channel, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. So if you asking for the truth and you're receiving the truth, where's the problem at? You can't not like how it's being delivered. You can't not like who's delivering it. If you want the truth, you have to accept the truth. Okay. So now the other part is what really is the truth? Because if actions speak louder than words and the action suggests this, y'all, it's giving undercover. An undercover agent. That's what it's giving. And so do with that information what you will, but pay attention to the actions of the people. Pay attention, and when I say the people, I mean everybody that's around. Pay attention to the actions. This is how, the people that say that they love you, because, again, somebody is saying that they hate me, but mind you, they're doing shit that benefits me. Somebody says that they love me, they sleeping in my bed every night, but yet their actions show that they don't really like me. And a lot of people, not for nothing, are sleeping with the enemy. Because the very person that you're sleeping with is your number one hater. They don't clap for you when you are winning. They don't want you to win. They try every way to talk you out of, oh, you shouldn't do that. You don't have time for that because the kids, or you don't have time for that because of the housework. But you got time enough for their shit, but you don't got time enough for the shit that you want to do for yourself. That's how they play you. Because they don't want you to be better. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to evolve. They want you to stay in the same pigeonhole that they have put you in, because that's where you're easily controlled at. If you think outside of that, that's too much for them. So I love you, but I want to keep you small. Y'all, we have been conditioned to love people who don't love us. But when somebody's showing us exactly who they are, we never believe them at all, period. No, they're just playing. He acts like that. Bitch, he don't like you. He don't like you. Not playing. He despises you. When he go talks to his friend, he calls you bitch. Your mom and everybody else attached to it. Hey, Joe, welcome. Thank you for being here. Joe, what you doing up to? Everybody up, huh? All right, so come on in. So, affirmation, I release the old with love and step into my divine mission with confidence and grace. Period. All right? So, again, breaking it down. Who authorized this? Who authorized this? And why are we here? Who scheduled this? The ultimate cosmic question. Who scheduled this? And why are we here at this moment in time? 332. Y'all know what happens next. 333, growth. All right. Spiritually speaking, your soul did. Before you incarnated, your higher self mapped out a divine itinerary, key lessons, encounters, awakenings, and crossroads designed to help you remember who you are. That plan weave with the choices of others, create an intricate weave of divine timing, what is called synchronicity. you know, those numbers that I've been giving you. Thank you, Mary. Come on in, y'all. Say hello, Joe. Thank you very much. Please run me up, please, and thank y'all. Hit finger heart. Oh, thank you. Y'all, it should do the thing like over here. When I come over to Twitch, you do it, don't you? Twitch should do it. Twitch normally does it. What you doing that? They ain't doing it today. Do y'all do it? Anyway, normally when I do this, it sends out hearts everywhere, but it's not doing it anymore. So they took the prompts off. Anyway, right back at you, Joe. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Tap, 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 tap. Y'all, they got me up to 50K today. So can y'all run me up, please, and thank you? Because y'all actually are putting me, it says that my number is better. I'm still 99 plus, but I think they moved me to my daily ranking is something different. I don't know what, you know, happens after my daily ranking. It says I got a popular live though, so there's that. Y'all tap the screen, please, and thank you. So before you incarnated, your higher self mapped out divine itinerary, key lessons, encounters, awakening, and crossroads designed to help you remember who you are. The plan weaves with choices of others, creating an intricate weave of divine timing, but it's called synchronicity. So when things feel wild or unscheduled, it's usually the ego's calendar clashing with the cosmic one. Your human self experiences surprise. Your human self experiences surprise, but your soul whispers, this was always a part of it. So it was already set on divine itinerary. It says, congrats, Joe. Lit up TikTok. Joe, they talking about you over here, period. They got the bulletin board on your ass. They said you lit up TikTok and Golden Girl something gift gallery, period. Let's go ahead and give Joe a cheer. Y'all tap that screen, please, and thank you. Y'all run me up, run me up, run me up. Thank y'all. I love y'all. So, when things feel wild or unscheduled, it's usually the ego's calendar clashing with the cosmic one. Your human self experiences surprise, but your soul whispers, this was always a part of it. In truth, no moment is random. Every shift, delay, and revelation is why. Did something happen today? I'm gonna look because for some reason, even with that being said, it's almost like something that went into the universe that is definitely getting ready to be a part of like history or something. So did something happen? Maybe I missed it. I don't know. Y'all was asleep, so take it how it resonates. The cosmic ones, your human self experience surprise, but your soul whispers. And why does it keep rerunning back? Because literally every time it keeps rerunning back. This was a part of it. Anyway, in truth, no moment is random. Every shift, delay, and revelation is a dot in a constellation. Your soul drew long before you could see it. So it's also given hot and cold, like at the same time. That's the way it feels. All right, so who scheduled it? We already got that out the way. And now next version of this is why are we here? And then I guess we're going into Old Hallows Eve. All Hallows Eve. I said old. All Hallows Eve chaos. So whatever that took place that corrupted, I don't know, must be computers or something. So it seemed like data breach or something. Did any of that happen today? Because it's like somebody stole some information. Take it how it resonates. And period. Thank y'all for being here. Joe, thank you. Period. Run me up, run me up. All right, Joe over there making it happen. Oh, you sent me a pumpkin? Oh, shit. Yo, I got shit over here. That said Joe Jenkins lit up pumpkin. Okay, pumpkin latte. Let me cover this up, y'all. Every time it's the light and all this. All right. I like that. All right, so it said this is the deepest question of all, and your soul already knows the answer to it, even if the human part of you forgets sometimes. Spiritually speaking, we're here to remember, to rediscover, to speak, to get the divine spark within all of us. I'll tell you in a minute. To rediscover the divine spark within us all. Through the experience of being human and humankind, every joy, challenge, heartbreak, and miracle is a part of remembering. We're here to learn, y'all. They won't let me not. All right, so earlier today, I was sitting here, and I think I might have been on Twitch. Anyway, I think I'm gonna upload the thing that was up there. So I'm over here and just sitting here, and out of nowhere, pops in my brain, this is not a real argument. It is foreplay. So it's almost like you arguing, like whatever is the bickering back and forth, the playful. It ain't playful because to me, I felt like we was arguing, but apparently we not arguing. It's all a game. Take it how it resonates. But it was enough to make me laugh because when I heard it, I laughed. And I wrote this to make sure that I remember, but I put it over here, and now it's being brought here. So this is not a real argument, it's foreplay. Take it how it resonates, all right? I ain't arguing with nobody. All right? So whatever y'all doing, period. Run me up, run me up. Thank you, Joe. Joe is definitely getting the daily heart up. He getting me up there, y'all. All right, so spiritually speaking, we're here to remember to rediscover the divine spark. Okay, so it's given the foreplay, the divine spark. Why is that a thing? Why is spark triggering foreplay? Why is spark? Okay, I'm gonna go back. Why is divine spark giving foreplay? The phrase divine, the phrase, no. Why is the phrase divine spark giving me the thought of, because that's weird, but that's what it's given. That kind of overlap between sacred phrase and sexual image, sensual image, is actually quite common in spiritual experiences. When people work with ideas like divine spark, they're focused on life force energy, like that animates everything. That same energy is also what animates desire, creativity, and vitality in the body. So when you hear divine spark and your mind jumps to something that feels like foreplay, it doesn't necessarily mean the message is sexual. It may be your intuitive system showing you how creative and life generating that spark really is. The body and soul both register the surge of energy, and the brain translates it through familiar human sensation. So if you like to say stay centered with it, notice, don't judge. Simply observe association without labeling good or bad. Um, Let the energy move through your body, warm inspiration rather than focus or imagery. Ask for clarity. Quietly say, what does this energy want me to express through love and creativity? Often the same current can fuel art, passion, projects, or deeper connections to spirit. Once it's understood as life energy, not literally sexual. Okay, so it would be life energy. Now let's go back and read it again for what it's worth, because that's what it's given. Oh, hold on. Let me read this one first. Check the wording. Sometimes intuitive, energetic messages sound like ordinary phrases, but actually symbolic or garbled by the mind as they translate through you. You might have heard divine, given foreplay because it ran it together, but each has very different meaning. If it was foreplay, the message could be about returning to joy and creativity, that the divine is inviting you to approach life with curiosity and lightness rather than constant seriousness. That could be definitely a thing that resonates with me because I'm more serious than playing and shit like that. So I can give off that vibe of no nonsense. Don't play with me. All right. So it might not be sexual. It can be symbolized as energetic preparation. Spiritual foreplay can also build up for before manifestation. Makes sense. We've been talking about manifestation. The universe warming you up for something beautiful to unfold. Ooh, like it definitely. Joe, thank you. If it was fourth light, then it's about expression. The divine giving you permission to shine, speak or create more often. Because spiritually hearing is often metaphorically, you can ask inwardly what feeling came with the phrase. So what feeling came with the phrase? Sex. That's what it gave. Like this was that because that's what they said. It's not an argument. I thought we were arguing. They said no. It's foreplay. So take it how it resonates. Um, so they said to remember, we're here to learn love in all its forms, to create, because creation mirrors source, to evolve by turning pain into wisdom. This is what I'm saying. It's not making sense when we're here to evolve, to grow, expand, but meanwhile, somebody's playing with the hands of time trying to reverse. Um, Kina, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hello, SLW. Hey. God bless you. Have a blessed day. You too. Thank you for being here. Kanisha, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Um, yeah. So think of Earth as the living classroom, the soul training ground, because we call it Earth School. And period. Joe over here getting busy. Joe, you was ready. Joe, you had a good day today. Oh, and you got me my goals achieved. Period. Thank you. Joe running me up. Period. Y'all come in and tap that screen, please, and thank you. I'm still waiting for some people over here. So apparently we didn't do the schedule off so much that my people done, is doing what they doing. So maybe they didn't get the alerts. But I can also help with that, right? Yes, you can, ma'am. We can also help with that. So here we go. And period. I see y'all running me up over on YouTube, period. They came in and started running me up over there too, hitting that like button. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for helping me. They came right in the door with assistance and helping. Cree, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Come on in. So we got a message. You might want to run it back and listen to it, see if it resonates with you. All right, so something about property taxes being on the map as well too. So somebody may be dealing with something about property tax. It says design. Something about design is important too. Somebody throwing a monkey wrench in a situation, so I'm gonna look that up and see. Because again, shit gets said, and we may think that we know what it means. It seems like to me when somebody throws a monkey wrench in something, it's like I want to say it's a D, not delay. Not it could be a delay because a wrench would stop the hogs and shit from moving, but it's something unexpected is what I think. But again, we can look it up just to make sure. Please and thank you. Come on in, y'all. Say hello. Get y'all some new friends. Please and thank you. Let's see. We are over here. Joe, thank you for real. Now, Joe got me up to 3,800. Please and thank you. Period. Thank y'all. All right. Where we going? Instagram. Let me see. All right, if y'all don't follow me on Instagram, it's Golden Girl 302 over there. Please and thank you too. So if you're on Instagram, follow me over there. So I'm pulling up Instagram because all right, same scenario. Things looking reset. Reset is affecting other stuff. Okay. So if you're new and you just got here, she said hitting the head with a bottle. What that mean? I just said something about somebody being hit in the head with a bottle. Okay, well, yeah, this is something else. She put somebody got hit in the head with a bottle, but I said that last night. Somebody got hit in the head with a bottle, and it caused like a daze or a blackout or something. Shit was strange. Anyway, so we back over here. Trisha, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Everybody on, welcome. Thank y'all for being here. Hey, come on in and say hello. All right, so next thing we got is advancement is what I hear. So something about advancement here. All right, so it might have been a thought process moving, because also I hear the fucking the Jefferson song. We're moving on up to a deluxe apartment in the sky. All right, so moving on up, elevation, growth, definitely love those types of things. So where we at? Right here. Don't forget, because again, the witches are in trouble. So I still hear that again. Don't know why that is though, because again, it could be several different reasons. They could be calling for help, or it could be a warning. All Hallows Eve chaos. Let's see. And then, mind you, this is how this is about to go down. So, hypothetically speaking, all right, I hear that. So, hypothetically speaking, all right. So, the thing that I'm hearing right now, right, is y'all remember it's World of the Worlds, right? And from what I remember, when it got broadcasted, it sounded like to everybody it was a SOS or something of that nature. Like we were being invaded, but it was fake, right? And so, but a lot of people didn't know that. So it was whatever story that got put into the system. Hypothetical, a tale that feels ancient, magical, and real in spirit, but stays within the bounds of imagination. All Hallows Eve, the night the veil remembered. Long before calendars and clocks, the world was ruled by rhythm. The breath of the moon, the heartbeat of the seasons. Every autumn, when the last leaf turned gold, the veil between the worlds thinned so that memory and mystery could meet. On one such night, the stars gathered in a spiral above Earth. They whispered that humankind had forgotten the old ways, the language of the wind, water, and fire. To awaken the remembrance, the universe sent 12 flickers of living light down to Earth. They landed as people, unaware of their origin. Y'all remember when I told y'all one time that the dream that they kept giving me was that I fell out the sky? And when I fell out of the sky, I landed in the desert. And so when I landed in the desert, these people were out there. And they took me into this place. And they told the people that I was related to them. But they knew I wasn't. So somehow, because of who the family was, where I ended up was in the kingdom of, right? And so, being in the kingdom of, I got put with these other ladies. Lo and behold, I didn't realize that because I didn't know I fell out of the sky. Okay, I was just watching because it almost seemed like I was a watcher over what was happening. And so, I got put with these other females. Um, we were getting married to the person that was the son of this great pharaoh at the time. They didn't tell the people where I came from. They just put me with them, and that was it. So nobody ever knew that where I came from, how I got there. They just told the people that I was related to them, and this is where they put me. But then in history, how it actually plays out is when we were getting married to this person's son, who ended up eventually becoming king. Um, Somehow I became the mediator for this person on the 3D realm, but what this person didn't know was my help was not of the 3D version. The reason why I was allowed to go where I was allowed to go and do what I was allowed to do was because of the fact that I had contacts between here and there. So on Earth, I got written down as being a scribe. Uh, what do you call those people? A mediator, like a diplomat in between, because the husband was ruler and king of this area. Now the other wives were off doing, God knows what with, having kids and this, that, and the third. And I actually did have children with this person. Um, one of them died. The son died early. And later on, I ended up finding out that one of the wives poisoned my child because she, there was a thing with the wives that they were arguing whose child was getting ready to be the next heir and this, that, and the third. Mind you, I didn't even ever really get involved with, kind of the things that the other wives would get involved in because I was also in control of the wives that came in. So I got to choose the other wives that came into the household. I also was in charge of like when the husband needed to, deal with other kingdoms and this, that, and the third. I was the one who went to do the negotiations and things of that nature. Also, before the husband would do, whatever it was, I was the person that the husband would talk to before that. But the reason the husband never knew that I was sent or where I came from here up in the sky. Anyway, it's funny that, we're back here again because the stories kind of play out, the exact same way. It's almost like mimicking the things in time, but it is from old times where you would think like camels or deserts or crossing the sea or how old vessels or ships would have been made. Hi, Shell. Thank you for being here. Joe, thank you. So anyway, um, they landed as people unaware of their origin. Each carried one spark of source. So it's funny. This story's here again. We already did this. I already told y'all this story. Like literally. Um, like water generations will call like like later generations will call the divine spark. The night they arrived became known as All Hallows Eve, the hinge between the seen and unseen. Every year, when the moon rises high in Scorpio and the air hums with unseen music, these sparks stir again in human hearts. That stirring feels like deja vu, intuition, and a sense that something is in the air. It isn't danger, it's remembrance. The veil trembles because the living and luminous are exchanging messages of love, guidance, and renewal. The chaos people sense All Hallows Eve isn't evil. It's creation rewinding and rewriting itself. Old energies dissolve, new timelines take root. Those who stand in calm in the center of it, remember we talked about the storm, grounded, grateful, and curious, carry the world into another cycle of light. And so the story says, when the shadows dance on All Hallows Eve, don't fear them. They are only memories of stars. Stars coming home to see if we still remember. So take it how it resonates. It is also like, Camp Light, like the stories. You know how like back in the day or any other time in history, it would be like we were the entertainment. We were the ones that sat around and passed down the y'all. Earlier today I got something in my eye and I swear it is still fucking bothering me. We passed down to the children as they sat by the campfire the stories of old, but that don't happen no more because of the fact that time has now changed everything and the kids don't have time to sit around campfires and talk to old people and this, that, and the third. They're too busy on their tablets and focused on whatever's happening into this chaotic ass system. Either way, it is stories that are passed down, things that actually get rewritten time after time after time after time after time, but who's writing? So one of the things that I feel like this message is also about is y'all do realize y'all are the new ancestors, right? The people who are spiritual that are listening, there was times when things wasn't being passed down, wasn't being written down, wasn't being registered. We could take it to a generation before me or a generation before them or maybe even a generation before them, but then before that it was, let me tell you, these what is it, lullabies and things of that nature, children's stories. Y'all remember back in the day we would be outside playing little hand games. Miss Mary Matt, all dressed in black with silver buttons all down her back. back. She asked her mother for 15 cent. You know, that type of shit. And I forgot what it was. To see the elephant, something or nature. But they put it in stories, music, and things of that nature for us to remember. And then we still didn't remember because they either got forgotten, the people died, they didn't get passed down correctly, the people came along and destroyed, the people came along and they also burned. But it's also like, how many times has this world technically been started? How many times have we been here? How many times have we done exactly what we have done every time, only to still fall into the same trap? What are we going to do differently this time that doesn't allow for that? Because right now, the mission that we're all on, the way that it seems like, you know, everything is going, it is still the same scenario every time. And why are we getting that? So somehow in this system, we have to do something different. We have to do something that changes the, you know, scenario. But it's only a few people that they have that are involved in the making of the decisions, or however it's going to go. When, what if they're not the ones that were supposed to make the choice? It's like a thing where I keep talking about it. Elitism is a hell of a drug. Elitism is a hell of a drug because somebody has to feel like they are the ones that are, you know, they are the chosen ones. But the ones that are actually really chosen for the job don't want to step up. The ones that are actually really being chosen for the job, they don't want to use their voice. They're actually sick of this place. But meanwhile, those are the ones that God is calling to say, I need your voice. I need you to put into the system what, you know, you have been encoded with, what you came to this world with, what your DNA is already programmed with. I need you to use that. But a lot of people don't. One, it could be this, as simple as, I don't know what to say. Y'all, I don't know what to say every time I get here. I just pray that God helps me and assists me, and that it's always God coming through. Whether it is or it's not, you know, people may even have different thought processes on it. But when I come here, I don't know really what to say to y'all, because sometimes we be here for very long periods of time and it just flows so easily and everything is just, you know, whatever it is. Like how we've been sitting here for an hour already. My chair done dropped like multiple times. I'm about to have to replace this mother sucker because I don't know why. Sometimes it gets into the list of that. Let me just keep doing that. But either way, the point of it is this. The people who are chosen to do the job, a lot of y'all don't want to say anything. A lot of y'all don't, you know, want to get online. A lot of y'all are, you know, wondering how what somebody's going to say. People going to talk shit. I promise you they are. It's just like what I just told my brother earlier today. I was on the phone. My brother was helping me. BU hi. Hey Kevin, you here? Kevin, what you doing, woke? Um, so I'm telling my brother, I said the night before when I was online and I came at this time and everything was packed. Every one of y'all channels was packed, like with so many people, right? And I know it was a lot of people around here. And I told my brother, I said, it's funny because you know how I'm telling y'all all the time, like I got stage fright, right? I know I have stage fright. And it's different, you know, when you are in the comforts of your own house. It's not. It's still you in front of the camera and talking to, you know, whoever. You're now at the mercy of now the world. Anybody can take the clips. Anybody can cut them. Anybody can do whatever it is they want. Because once it goes up and once it goes out, that's just it, right? So now I'm at the mercy of the world. Now it's too many eyes being put on a situation, right? And the more it grows, the more eyes that get put on a situation. So quite frankly, the other day, y'all made me actually rethink again. Are you sure this is what you want? Are you sure content creation and exposing yourself to, you know, the world is what you really want? So I had to rethink about it again, because remember I said order. Y'all are reordering what you want into the universe, into the system. You're manifesting right now your reality going into the next phase of what we're about to do. And so, not no, not going boost. I'll be here. Number one, I ain't no race though. Period. Me too, Kevin. Me too. Look, I done went to bed. I done got up, took a shower, and right back here. And that's what I was saying from the beginning. It was nothing but another reset. It was almost like starting the day all over. Like everything I did, look, same clothes, everything. But I went to sleep, got up, shower, here, redone all the spiritual everything, and came back again. So it was almost like redoing. But mind you, we didn't already did this. But so as I'm talking to my brother, I'm like, shit, that just made me feel like all over again. And I was excited because everybody was talking, everybody was warm, everybody was great. Hey Terry, welcome, thank you for being here. Everybody was nice online, but y'all have to remember that not everybody's gonna be nice. Not everybody's going to come in with the bet. But also I'll be trolling back, so that's another thing. If it wasn't for that, then I don't know how it would feel. But the point of it is it was a question. Like, this is really happening. This is moving into this. And so it starts off with this many eyes, and then it's this many eyes, and then you got thousands of, people, eyes on you that know you exist in the world, when meanwhile, you didn't have to expose yourself to that. You didn't have to put yourself at risk for that. But technically, I did. Technically, I did. Because if we're sitting here and we're realizing on a daily basis, we always having conversations with any and everybody, but we don't understand that this person wasn't raised like we were. This person, may not understand the way we understand, but on a daily basis, we judge people based off of, if I know it, then you should know it too. And then, like I told y'all earlier, we talked about earlier, we keep talking about the way I was raised and the way somebody else was raised of another color, ethnicity, is completely different things. And until we start to actually understand how this condition creates this and this condition creates that, we don't understand how, each person ticks or anything else. And this came about because one of the ladies, I said, did an amazing message, right? But she said something that put out into the universe, help ask your kids to, pay attention to, the other children that are, could potentially not have anything to eat at school. Beautiful message. But I had to be the bearer of bad news, because as y'all know, when one thing exists, so does the other. Because somebody else is going to be telling their kids to observe, children, because they don't have nothing to eat, in order to, tell the authorities. And although people would like to think that, their people are not the people that do that, y'all people are the people that do that. And even like with us, people fail to realize that there's racism even in the midst of, black, households, black skin, black conditions, because we have been conditioned to think that the lighter skin that you are, the fairer skin that you are, the better, life turns out for you, because this is how society is. Do we wish to be that? No, but it's already there. And until we have the conversations, because everybody wants to sweep it under the rug, everybody will run. Like, soon as that conversation starts, people run, because they don't want to acknowledge the fact that these are real things. I didn't create it. I didn't make it. And quite frankly, I'm trying to help stop it, but it has to be talked about if in fact we're going to stop it. It has to take away that sting that makes people run. So what she said was, how, because she was asking a, real legitimate question. She said, how is checking to make sure kids have something to eat a bad thing? Well, she's white, so she don't know that. Because maybe in their community, or she's a certain type of white. Because in our community, the black people know that soon as CPS gets called to your house, when authorities get called to your house, the first thing they do is, do your kids, let me check your refrigerator, let me check your cabinets, let me check the kids' rooms. Not having food in the house and kids not being able to eat will get somebody's kids taken. And not for nothing, it's evil people in the world. But on another flip side of that is that evil if the kids are not eating CPS maybe should be called. You see what I'm saying? So, double-edged sword, but understand that all things exist. Whether or not she wanted me to take, and give her the, harsher version of her message, she probably didn't. She wanted it to be nice and white and packaged like, white people do. And again, nothing against her because I love her message. And hey, friend, I follow her, shared her shit. Okay, I shared her shit. So just so nobody don't get it mistaken, message beautiful. But once she spoke it out into the world, now I have to make sure that everybody also on the flip side of that knows that it's not all rainbows and cotton candy around this bitch. I'm glad that you want to, feed somebody, but how about this? How about we stop putting kids in grown people shit? How about we stop trying to train the kids what to look for and da 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 da? And be mindful that I'm also the person that said, I feel like we need to kind of help the white women because what we fail to realize is they are also being victimized as well. A lot of their behavior comes from living with the predator because who is the predator? Who is the person that we can all identify and say that they have been the ones that have been inflicting this? Now, not all white males are, bad. A lot of them are starting to change. A lot of them are waking up. I see them. A lot of them, are commingling, right? They with the swirl, right? But also look at the history of where we come from. Who has been the one doing it? Even now, all y'all worried about some shit that ain't got nothing to do with y'all. But guess what? Until it comes out, y'all gonna keep pushing the narrative. We need the files. We need the files. Now, when y'all find the files, right? Be mindful that those little girls that they defiled and that they did all of these things to work for them. So they defiled them, trained them, groomed them. They're still in the fold. So they don't know. They don't know. They feeling like that's normal. And I don't know how they feel when their kids or if they're trying to, because sometimes when you have been victimized, you hold on to things a little bit more. So you don't let your kids do the things that your parents may have let you do. You know what I'm saying? You figure out like, nah, I ain't putting much. So, but on the flip side of that, they could also now not really care because it happened to them. And, they live a good life. And this is what it is. So we got to think that who's raising them? So the problem actually begins with the white women because the white women are raising the white men. So when I put out the call, for everybody, the women to come together, I called everybody. I didn't just call, the white women or the black women or the da-da-da-da. Everybody needs to come together. But also on the flip side of that, we got our own problems in our own community because I also did a video and I told y'all specifically, I've been checking my analytics. My analytics tell me that my channel is full of men. And of course, men would want to watch me because I'm a woman. They're men. They might seen something that they were attracted to. Where are the women? Why are y'all some hating assholes? Because why are y'all not, why are we not following? Either way, long story short. Hey, Marnie, hi, welcome, thank you. I think that's your name, I can't see. Welcome, thank you for being here. I go scrolling yesterday, guess what? I see another black woman asking, where are the girls? Where are the girls? Because she said even she must be checking her analytics and it's saying the same exact thing. That is all men. So she said the same thing. I'm a girl's girl. Like, where are the girls? So I, followed and I went in there. I said, hey, friend, like, because mind you, how I just did that video and she just did a video too. Sooner or later, we're all going to have to start seeing that we're not so, different. Like, yes, there are differences, but we're not so different. We have all been a part of the circus. A lot of us want it to stop. A lot of us don't want it to be, whatever is happening or, however we have to treat each other or somebody to feel better than da-da-da-da-da. Like, everybody's being messed up by whatever this is. Everybody. So until we start to see that, until we start to understand that, until we start to realize that collectively, we are the people, and collectively we are either going to advance the society or we're going to set it back, or just fucking destroy it. But how many of y'all, I mean, everybody included, want your kids to be able to grow up untouched, unscathed by grown people shit? Allow kids to just play, go outside, have friends. It don't matter, the color or where they come from or any of that. Just good people being good people. Are we ever going to be able to get to that? Or it's always going to be a cycle of, I gotta, hurt you because I want more, and somehow I think that my more is tied to fucking you up. That's sad. And we should do better as a people. So until that actually happens, until the hard conversations are able to be had and it not be triggering to people, because as soon as you start saying black, white, da 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 da, people start running for the hills because they don't want to face the harsh reality of what your people did and what these people did and how we are to change it. Because for some reason they think that sweeping it underneath the rug or not facing it is going to be the thing that, like it's going to make it disappear. It's not. It's not. And clearly, you can wipe away races of people through this time and this time and this time. But how is it that every time society gets restarted, it keeps being fucked up by? Every time. Every story that you hear, what does it keep getting fucked up by? So at some point in time, we need to figure out that the people who are claiming control, it needs to be taken from them because they're not doing what they need to do. They're always doing what they want to do for them and fuck the people. Mind y'all, this could be a continuous thing, because what it feels like to me is we went from one cycle to the next cycle to the next cycle to the next cycle. Like this is an ongoing story. Remember how I said that the title is always right, but the title seems like if I go through and read every title, I can create a story with the title, but it seems like that's what we've been doing the whole entire time, because I told y'all today's times is no different from when they had the kings and the queens and people was taxing the common citizens, and y'all lived in those, we lived in these little ass alleyways and this, that, and the third inside of a gate, and like we're still in the same time, still the same shit. Everybody's just dressed better. Y'all got better cars. Y'all don't have chariots now. Y'all have, Teslas and fucking Mercedes Benzes. You don't have the stone house or whatever the hell that shit was. You can get a house built, any type of way you want to, whatever it is. So same time, just different look. Same mindset, different look. Everybody is still going through the cycles of dealing with the stuff that we won't face. And until we do, y'all, it's just going to be messed up. So, let's see what we got here. Do you believe that the universe schedules lessons, encounters, and opportunities to align your soul path? So many people believe, and ancient traditions believe, that the universe operates with divine intelligence, meaning everything that appears on your path is perfectly timed for your soul's evolution. Lessons arrive not only as punishments, not only as punishments, but not as punishments, but as mirrors reflecting what's ready to be understood or released. Encounters often serve as activations. Someone shows up to awaken a memory, inspire change, or guide you towards your next steps. Every opportunity, or even opportunities, whether they seem like blessings or challenges, or energetic invitations that may help you realign with your highest timeline. The one your soul designed before you even arrived here. So you already knew how certain things was going to play out. But if you already knew, and you knew that you won, would it be easier for you to go through it? Because y'all already won. Y'all, sometimes we feel like we could be defeated in situations, but just know that you already won. All right? The one your soul designed before you even arrived here. You can think of it as a cosmic choreography. Every step, pause, and pivot It's part of the dance of your soul, that you came here to experience. Remember, we talked about like when things change and it's a pivot having to be made. Like you got to change it, right? All right, let's go over here. Because let me give you the meaning. All right, so the literal meaning of pivot. Sorry, y'all. My nose is snotty as I don't know what. Don't ask me why. All right, so to pivot means to change direction, strategy, or focus. All right, hold on. Literally or physical meaning, a pivot is a central point or axis around which something turns or rotates. The example: the dancer pivoted on her toes to face the audience. Idea: a small shift around a stable center can create a big change in direction. Y'all hear that? A small shift around a stable center can create a big change in direction. Because for some reason they gave me the tower. You know how when I say before, towers, depending upon who the person is or your perspective or your thought process, could be good or bad. So towers is like your whole entire life falling apart, right? And normally that would be the worst thing ever. But if your life is falling apart for it to be put together, it's the best thing ever. So towers show you where your foundation, the people, places, and things are weak. Not good for you. So when towers fall apart, it teaches you that this could be built better, stronger, and these people don't belong here, or this situation, is not right for you. So figurative or strategic meaning, to pivot means to change direction, strategy, or focus while keeping your foundations or core intact. The example: the company had to pivot after the market shifted. So the idea is flexibility, stability, and progress. Be mindful of that. Spiritual or metaphorical meaning, spiritually pivoting is about realigning your energy or choices without losing your essence. You don't abandon who you are, you just adjust your path to match your highest self, your timing, or your purpose, right? So, for example, after listening to her intuition, she pivoted her life towards teaching and healing. So, what can you do differently at this moment in time? And mind you, the universe is asking that question to everybody, because with everything that's happening and everything that's changing, how are you going to, move on into the next phase? What is the next phase? So, for some, it's a pivot, something different. Um, you heard what they said, but it was a strong foundation. So that means that it can withstand the different and direction. Um, Spiritually pivoting is about realigning your energy or choices without losing your essence. You don't abandon who you are. You just adjust your path to match your highest self, timing, or purpose. So anyway, essence of a pivot. It's the art of turning around a fixed point, changing directions or perspective without losing your center. Small shifts can create a monumental change. So small shift. Like you was going to do this, but maybe it's like, tweaking it a little bit and same destination, but I might have to take a, right turn, left turn, something, but same direction. You get me? So be mindful. Um, be mindful that, because I don't know how to word it. It's not a bad thing, I guess. So I don't know how to word what it's saying, but it's not a bad thing. Okay, so take it how it resonates. So let's see where we at. So Pisces, who scheduled this? Why are we all here? All Hallows Eve and chaos. So chaos is definitely a thing. Chaos and I need every one of these, everything. So there's that. Here we are. They said give it all for him. So that's not it though. All right. So what happened? All right. Something got left out of the message. All right. Etymology of words. So we get ready to look at the etymology of some words real quick because, and I just been taking everything that's in the title and just breaking it down. That's it. Okay, so All Hallows Eve. Hallow comes from Old English halga, meaning holy person and saint. All Hallows thus refers to all saints, not just specific ones. So Eve is from English Afin, meaning evening or the day before. So All Hallows Eve literally means the evening before All Saints Day, which is today, November the 1st. Historical context, this evening became associated with rituals, protections, and honoring spirits, which later evolved into what we know as Halloween. Um, Even reading that, it makes me feel like trying to take somebody off their square. Trying to take somebody off their square, because if I gave y'all a day where you're supposed to honor, people, spirits, and things of that nature to help evolve going into the next phase of the seasons, or things, and now I turn it into something that has nothing to do with what the original meaning was. One, it takes away the energy of, because you don't have a whole lot of people now celebrating the spirits or the ancestors or things of that nature. You now have them focused on something that is what I've been talking about this whole entire time, consumerism. So it turned it into a money pit, which is also one of the problems that we keep discussing. Everything keeps being monetized by them. And I don't mean them as, a color or anything else of that nature, because y'all keep, wanting to argue and debate about the us and the them. When we are the us, all of us, and the them is the people that sit in places that are now, hoarding, what do you call it, herding us all into, trying to get us to follow whatever the fuck they talking about that we don't really care about. So take it how it resonates. Anyway, so chaos. And mind y'all, a lot of us manifest very well in chaos. So it doesn't matter that, even that word is there, because some people will run for the hills because we don't like chaos, but we manifest in chaos. It's the energy. Remember, they talked about how emotional energy and all of that other good stuff. Thank you for being here. And it's funny, you got a fairy and a moon. And mind you, I got that right here sitting on my thing. So moon cycles. Okay. Um, Take it how it resonates. So, meaning void, chasm, or gaping nothingness. Originally described as primordial state of the universe before creation. Over time, it became a mean to confusion. Over time it came to mean confusion, disorder, unpredictability. In this context, chaos emphasizes the unruly, mysterious, and liminal energies that occur when the veil between worlds thins. Um, it's like people hopping out of portals, or spirits or something hopping out of portals here, there, everywhere. So somebody gonna say something about fucking CERN is what they gonna say, that they opened up a portal and entities been coming out and across. Mind you, they said this themselves, so look it up. That entities have been coming back and forth through the portals, some staying and doing God knows what over here. But also, why was that okay? Why is it that certain things, like, um, my people perish for lack of knowledge, but my people perish because they also nosy as fuck? We have lack of knowledge, as far as the universe is concerned, or, the deepest, darkest parts and things of that nature of the universe. But also, let's be mindful that sometimes we're too smart for our own fucking good, and we opening doors and portals and things of that nature, and it's okay. No matter what comes across here, dragons and this, that, and the third. And that's the other thing. Sooner or later, I'm going to tell you that shit is AI because I need for you to think that it's AI. Meanwhile, this is real. And so y'all don't realize certain things get put into the system because I don't need you to, suspect. Is this suspicious? Is this suspicious? Is this, yes, it's fucking suspicious. So you're going to see something, and I've been telling y'all the whole entire time on my channel, believe what you seen, okay? Because don't let them people think that you just, everything's AI. No, that was real. We saw that. But that's what they want you to think. But you have to also remember that our minds, have been conditioned to dumb us down and to think that nothing really exists in this world. But meanwhile, some of this shit was already written. They'll say, oh, it was a metaphorical da 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 da. But meanwhile, they finding arcs, they finding armies that, was crossing into. Because the other day I seen a thing and it says they was looking at sonar under the ocean and they found the army that, remember when the Red Sea parted and the people, let my people go, and the army that was chasing them. They have evidence that army existed, and that army drowned in the water because that's what they was looking at under sonar. So they went down there. But mind you, one of the things that I noticed the most about everything was they tried to block it. The government tried to block the people going down there to look, but they ended up getting private investors, wealthy people, to be able to go around what the government was trying to do, because the government wanted nobody down there. They didn't want the people to know. They didn't want the people to go down there and start investigating. To me, that says you already knew what was there. And why y'all keep hiding stuff. Like, at some point in time, they have to start treating the adults like adults and not like children, and telling people this is what's happening in the world. Now, not for nothing, some people might not like that type of system. But that's the type of system that I would like. Before you go doing some shit, cloud seeding or anything else, you need to take a poll. Like, if y'all can create all this other good shit, y'all need to take a poll that now gets put in people's houses and this, that, and the third, and it comes across the screen. This is what's being taken place in the world, because y'all can do this shit. And I know y'all can do it because y'all can do everything else to be in somebody's fucking house. Put a screen in everybody's houses, and everybody needs to take a poll on this, that, or the third. It is no longer them people in control. The people need to be in control. So the minority wins if we agree to whatever it is. Should we cloud seed for this reason? Hell no, we should not. Let Mother Nature do what Mother Nature is doing. But if, an emergency happens and da-da-da-da, should we cloud seed because this is the emergency? Everybody might say yes. Or everybody might say no. Either way, it shouldn't just be them taking a poll. It should be, is it unanimous about the people throughout the world that this is going to be good for us? And then the other part that I don't like is this. New World Order. Right? New World Order. You know what New World Order means to me and probably everybody else in the world? The fucking end of days. Now, the part that disgusts me about this whole thing is it has to be a New World Order. But instantly, they'd already put us in a scary-ass mode for it because that ushers in the Antichrist. Well, we have to have a New World Order if we know the red ain't for us and we also know the blue ain't for us. Then we would have to create something new, but they done already tainted it already. You want to know why? Because somebody has already said to us, and they done already put into our system, that's bad. Because it's bad because it takes away them. It's mind fuckery. It's mind fuckery. Because we knew we needed to kick them out. We know we need to kick them out. So if they knew we needed to kick them out, and then we finally figured out we need to kick them out, that might have been the way that they've been keeping us stuck this whole entire time. Did y'all not think about that? An antichrist to me is when they realize God and Jesus are not the same. It says in their book, not the same. Even Jesus says, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of that. So he's telling y'all. But meanwhile, they want to keep, merging the two together. So maybe that might have been what it meant. I don't know, because I don't subscribe to, and I don't like, when people tell you what they are and what it is. But I can look it up for you. New World Order. And anti means all right, so the word anti is a prefix that means against. Excuse me. Well, I smell like medicine. I smell like I took fucking antibiotics is what it smelled like. I ain't had no antibiotics, y'all, but that's what it smelled like. And I only know that because one time I ended up in the hospital on a fucking bag of antibiotics, and my body just smelled like that. But that's what it smelled like. So I don't know. I had a cyst rupture in my stomach, so that's what that was about. But anyway, not anybody's business, but that's what it smelled like. Period. Preventing, opposite of or preventing. It comes from the Greek word anti, which literally means opposite of or in place of. I don't know how that would be in place of. So what do they mean when they say that? Indicate something or someone or something is against a particular ideal person or thing. Well, I guess that would definitely mean that if I just said that, and mind you, I'm not against Jesus at all, period. I love Jesus, their power in the name of Jesus. So if I, start saying that, that automatically means that I'm breaking down strongholds and things of that nature. So, which is weird because then I said something about it smelled like antibiotics, and guess what's here? It said opposition. So indicate someone or something is against a particular idea, person, or thing. Examples are antibiotic, fights against bacteria, antisocial, against social norms or intersections. But I burped and I said it smelled like antibiotics. Weird. But anyway, counteraction, prevention. So why would that be there at the same time? So don't look over it. Okay. Just figure out the connection. And sometimes it's just noticing or figuring out what the connection is to something. Because mind you, the synchronicities have been definitely way too much for us not to pay attention. All right, so let's see. All right, so the word anti in your message connects symbolically with resistance, counteraction, or cleansing. Okay, so the universe often coordinates signs to get your attention. When two seemingly unrelated things converge, it's kind of a confirmation that you're tuned into a particular energy message. It could mean the connection is energetic, resonance of synchronicity. Your body acted out of the concept in a physical form while the awareness caught it in the written world, a very literal as above, so below moment. All right, so I like this. Let's see. What does this mean? Um, Cause something is happening right now, y'all. Cause that's kind of strange and weird. And I know it means nothing to nobody, but it's definitely means something to me because why? Dun, 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 dun. When your body is aware of an echo, the same theme, it shows up how tightly mind, body, and perception are linked. The brain constantly looks for patterns. When one arises in both a physical, okay, so why is it going to, there's a girl that's autistic, right? So this could be a thing or it could be nothing. Because even the fact that they're saying this, so um, it shows how tightly the mind, body, and perception are linked. The brain constantly looks for patterns. When it arises in both physical sensation and a thought, it might feel meaningful to you. You can treat that as a cue to pause, breathe, and notice the moment might be showing you about balance, attention, or your current energy state. Because I didn't read that. I didn't read the thing that was there. I burped while it was going, and that's what it smelled like. I know what antibiotics smell like, and then antibiotics being here. But to me, that is, you got to pay attention to whatever is being given. Um, anyway, so it says you don't have to label it as a supernatural value, or for it to hold value. It can simply be your body mirroring what your mind is already processing. Either way, it's a reminder of how interconnected everything is. But that's also how, the system is with the people. Us all being interconnected. And this is the reason why I keep saying that people fail to realize is that the way we win, and 414 is there. The way we win is through interconnectedness, not through separation. That's why I have such an issue when I'm seeing people keep preaching, oh, it's separation. No, we don't win that way. We're going to find ourselves on the bad end of fuck you if we don't get it through our heads real quick that we are all interconnected. Period. All right, so this is it. 414 angel number. And where that's coming from was y'all, actually, because y'all just did that. Okay. Agent number 414, meaning the number 414 carries a message of foundation, discipline, and divine guidance in action. It's a powerful reminder that your angels are helping you build something lasting, whether within your career, relationship, spiritual path. It represents stability, structure, and hard work. It's a builder number connected to four elements: earth, air, fire, and water, and the four directions. Seeing four twice doubles this grounding energy. It's your reminder to stay steady, organized, and committed to your higher goals. One symbolizes new beginnings, focus, and creation through intention. It's the energy of leadership, individuality, and the spark of manifestation. The universe is asking you to stay positive and to act with confidence. Together, 414, you're laying spiritual bricks for a new life path. Trust the process. Keep your thoughts high and your actions on divine guidance. Every small effort you make is a part of the sacred construction. Your angels want you to balance practicality and faith. Keep building, but remember that divine timing fills the spaces between your actions. So the affirmation is, I am supported by divine order. Each step I take strengthens the foundation of my dreams. So that's the message. Hopefully it helps. Thank you guys for coming towards my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and go with God. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. And Joe, thank you for getting me, Joe and Cornelius and everybody else, thank y'all for getting me up to 4K, period. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for even being awake. It's 4:42, about to be 5 o'clock. So time flies, I guess, when you're having fun. And we'd have been sitting here for a good little bit of time. So there's that. And it's officially November the 1st. So happy November. Hey, gorgeous. Thank you for being here. All right, see y'all later. Twitch, you staying.